Untameable, Chapter 8, After Hours. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna kind of lay off the voices today. Yeah, I'll talk about it at the end of the video, but I'm gonna do bare minimum, sorry. You've made your way to the competitor's tent, still reeling from Kit's words. He wouldn't really leave us for the rodeo now, would he? You're still standing there, too stunned to move, when Mandy rushes in and grabs you by the hand. Thank goodness for your wearing something so striking. I almost lost you in the crowd. So, did you give Kit his real prize yet? No, and there's no point now. Kit's probably heading back to the circuit, backed by a whole pack of sponsors. Hey now, he ain't gone yet, and if you show him what he'd be missing, he'll never sign. And with that, Mandy marches the two of you to where Kit and Tate stand, discussing potential contracts, which is why I decided to go with Martinson's Spurs as my main. And who do we have here? Dolly, I know, but I don't believe I've made your acquaintance, darling. Tate Fontaine. Mandy Martinez, pleased to meet you. Hey, Dolly. I was just talking shop with Tate here. Tell us, Tate, are you lurking Kit away? Can you blame me? The circuit's a lot more fun when I have some real competition in the arena and out of it. What's that supposed to mean? Just that we work hard and we play hard. Well, in that case, I expect to see y'all at the bar tonight, 8 o'clock sharp. We have to celebrate Kit's big win, after all. And you taking second place, I suppose. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it, but I appreciate you throwing me a bone and always in for a good time. I suppose I'm in too. After all, I get a feeling I wouldn't want to cross you, Mandy Martinez. I knew you were sharp, Kit. Party starts at 8 o'clock, boys. Don't be late. Wouldn't dream of it, but speaking of late, we got a chat with the rodeo organizers. See you tonight. As you depart, Kit casts you a questioning glance, but says nothing. Be honest with me, Mandy, should I be nervous? About what? Spending the evening with two good-looking fellas, you already have a thing for Kit. A complicated thing. So, worst case scenario, you switch to Tate, everything's coming up roses. Besides, maybe we need a little fire under his ass, and I have a feeling Tate would help with that. You might have a point there. But in order to pull off the perfect evening, you'll need the perfect outfit. I didn't pack a lot of options. Don't you worry, I know just the place. She steers you off the fairgrounds and through the doors of a high-end boutique. Oh, I think I just found the thing. One look at you and this kid'll be following you around like a lost puppy. Dangerous woman. Yep. You quickly change in the dressing room, step out, turning around once for Mandy. Well, what do you think? It looks even better on you than it did on the hanger. Forget it. I dare any man to keep his eyes off you in that. Mandy glances at her phone, her eyes go wide. Shoot, it's later than I realized. Come on, I need to change and we need to get going. But as you head out the door, she can't stop herself from giving you one last look over. I can't wait to see Kit's face. He's got no idea what he's in for. As you and Mandy get into the bar, your jaw drops at how glamorous it is. People sipping colorful cocktails, dancing in front of the stage with a DJ booth. I don't think we're in the Thunder Valley anymore. She dresses up nice. Small towns have their charm, don't get me wrong, but for a night out, you can't beat the city. As you stare out across the bar, several patrons turn to stare at you. You hear a few murmuring about the couple's competition. Looks even sharper than she did in the arena. Looks like I'm impressing the locals already. Mandy taps a finger to your shoulder and makes a sizzling sound. Of course you are, USDA certified prime. Thanks, Mandy, I need the confidence boost. Always happy to tell you what you ought to be telling yourself. Smiling, you scan the bar again, but your smile fades when you realize there's no sign of Kit or Tate. Do you think they're coming? Maybe they're aiming for fashionably late, and that's exactly why it's time for a little liquid courage. She drags you to the bar at the back of the room. As you approach, Mandy holds up 2 fingers. Can we get 2 shots of whiskey, please? Coming right up. The moment his eyes land on you, you notice him do a double take. In fact, this round's on me. Not often do we get someone in the place looking as good as that. She does class up the joint. I'll say. Thank you, but I'll only accept if you take a shot with us. Bartender pours the drinks. Wait, the bottle cost, honestly? I don't even know how much it costs. If I'm buying, I buy the top shelf stuff. Remind me to come here often, with more bells on. Just as you set down your empty glass, a hush falls over the bar. Is that... It sure is. What's Kit Jackson doing there? He's here to celebrate with me. We go way back. Bartender lets out a low whistle, clears your glasses. If it ain't too bold for me to say you're one lucky lady, I'd argue the Kit's a lucky one, but I forgive you for not knowing that yet. The moment before Kit arrives, Mandy leans in to whisper a few words of advice. You said it yourself, you're not in Thunder Valley anymore. If you want him, now's your chance. From your seat at the bar, you look up coyly at Kit through your eyelashes. You made it. I think what Dolly means is you're late. Wanted to give you two some time to catch up. That was thoughtful, but I suppose that shouldn't surprise me, considering what you did for the ranch today. Kit's lips turn up slightly, and he gazes at you with something close to tenderness. We both did our part. That couple's ride purse is nothing to be sniffed at. Kit leans in a little closer to share a knowing look. The memory of his kiss warmed you more than the drink. Looks like you're planning on getting after it tonight. Kit's gaze burns from the hem of your dress, over the swell of your breasts, up your neck, and along the curve of your jaw. When your eyes finally meet, your blood feels like it's on fire. It'll give a guy a heart attack looking that good. We are celebrating after all. Remind me to win purses more often. He bites his lower lip, shaking his head and exhaling a heavy breath before tearing his gaze away. Well, what are we drinking? Pretty sure that's your choice, what with you being the big winner and all. Is Dolly still letting me make the decisions? Hurry, someone check her temperature. I think she might be in a real trouble. Even you occasionally earn the right to lord over me. Kit Jackson, very occasionally. He grins slyly at you as you wave over the bartender, but before you can order, a woman taps Kit on the shoulder. Pardon me. So sorry to interrupt, but could I get a selfie? I was blown away by y'all's ride today. Sure thing. You all sit patiently as she takes several photos. Mandy's hand tightens around her glass. Want me to try? I reckon it'll turn out better, and it'll sure be a hell of a quicker. Kit's smile twitches, but the selfie taker doesn't even seem to hear Mandy. She waves her friends over from the other end of the bar. Is it okay if my friends come over and say hello? They'd be thrilled to meet a famous rodeo star like you. Actually, we were. Sure, why not? The more the merrier. Soon, more women dressed descend, draping themselves over Kit and ordering drinks. One of them tries to nudge you out of your seat. Excuse me? You're excused. Elbow my way back in. You dig your elbow into her side. She jumps away with a yelp, rubbing at her ribs. Hey! Oh, sorry about that. It's just so crowded in here. Can't move an inch without bumping into someone. Nice try, but he's clearly not interested in you. She pushes herself between you and Kit, and you stumble back. Kit doesn't seem to notice, laughing at one of the women's jokes. So, this is the kid everyone's been warning me about. Disappointment washes over you as you make for the exit. Mandy hurries after you. You aren't going to give up that easily, are you? Let's just go, Mandy. This is the night I hope for, and that's not the kid I know. You turn towards the doors just in time to see Tate Fontaine strut in the bar. He tips his hat at the sight of you. Maybe you should give Kit a taste of his own medicine, and I'm betting Tate would be happy to help you serve it. What are you getting at? You think it would make Kit jealous? Tate is Kit's biggest rival. If you flirted with him a bit, I bet Kit would rise up real quick. I didn't know we were in middle school. I hate shit like this. I really do. This whole book is just fucking garbage. Like at this point it's not even drama, it's just garbage. You crook your finger at Tate, who looks left then right, then points to himself. Yes, you. Get over here. Mandy squeezes your hand. I'll stay at the bar. Better if I don't get in the way on this one, but holler if you need me. You tilt your head towards the main club and head out. Tate sidles up a moment later and smiles. Even Dolly come bearing gifts. Famous drinks. Thank you very much. He takes a moment to run his eyes up and down your new ensemble. May I just say respectfully how fine you look tonight? In fact, I'd go so far as to say you're the prettiest gal in this place. I'll allow it. It's then that Kit realizes you're not where he left you. Over Tate's shoulder, you watch his head bob above the crowd. The women turn, their sour faces following Kit's fixed gaze to stare at you. I've got Kit's attention. Now's my chance to really work this. I'm gonna... No. I'm not gonna... Don't even want to do it at all, but... Rest your hand on Tate's arm, moving just a hair closer to him. I just had to tell you, Tate. You sure do clean up nice. Gotta have my fans, give my fans what they want, right? A slow song begins to play out over the speakers. Tate takes a free hand in his, and rising both high in the air, twirling you once. Since we're already in a position, may I have this dance? Nothing would make me happier. The two of you make your way over to the crowded dance floor. Tate slings his arm around your waist, ducking down to whisper. You don't have to pretend with me, Dolly. I know you've got something with Kit. Hearing his name makes your eyes go to Kit of their own accord. So I said to her... He's staring at you so intently that he doesn't even appear to hear the woman beside him. Are you even listening to me? Sorry, what were you saying? Your stomach does a delightful flip. You know you have him hanging on your every move. So, you gonna tell me what's up with all of y'all, or what? Honestly, I wish I knew. Just out of curiosity, how obvious were we? Not terribly, but Kit and I have spent a lot of time together on the circuit. I can see he's smitten. You both are. Well, if you've seen him like this before, then how can you be so certain he means it this time? Your eyes dart back to Kit, his crowd of hanger-ons. They stare daggers back at you. That's the thing, Dolly. I've never seen Kit act the way he does with you. Really? Tate shakes his head. And I'm just guessing here, but I'd wager dressing up that nice wasn't for anyone, or just anyone's benefit, was it? Heat rises in your cheeks, but Tate tilts his head back and laughs. You hope, on the outside, the two of you look taken aback with each other across the bar. Kit continues to stare. Too bad, so sad. Not that a woman ever needs an excuse to look this good. Let's just say, if your heart didn't already belong to Kit, I'd sure as hell shoot my shot. So what now? Do we part amicably? Oh, I didn't say that. We can still have some fun. Kit, seeing me with the girl he's after, sure would soothe the sting of defeat. Tate spins you out across the floor, then dips you low. You laugh. I knew I liked you, Tate. Got any pointers? Honestly, Kit's pretty easy to rile. You just gotta make him think I'm the better catch. And how do I do that? Tate nods towards the buckle bunnies at the bar. What tricks have they used tonight? Smiling, laughing, touching, you name it, they've tried it. But as you look over, you notice the woman's actions appear to have very little hold over Kit. His eyes are locked on you and Tate. Exactly. So what'll it be, Dolly? Play this as bold as you like? I'm game for it. In that case, let's get a little closer. If we're gonna sell it, let's sell it, right? His eyes twinkle with mischief as you press yourself closer to him, grinning. He tightens his hold around your waist. No wonder you and Kit get along so well. You both love the risk. As your smile grows as his hands slide from your waist to the backside. He gives you a firm squeeze. Do you think he's looking? You hear a bar stool scrape across the floor, a few of the bunnies yelp in protest. I'd wager so. He crosses the dance floor in a flash, leaving the crowd of admirers at the bar without so much as a backward glance. Alright, now that's enough. Something wrong, Kit? He ignores the question, glaring at Tate as he takes your hand. Is Mr. Slick here bothering you, Dolly? Ooh, Tate? We were just thinking about leaving. What? Together? That was a plan. Why? Do you have a problem with that? Dolly was feeling a little lonely, but not anymore. Ain't that right, babe? That's right, Tate. Kit's eyes flash with a threatening intensity. What are you trying to imply, Fontaine? But Tate raises his hand in surrender. Seems like the two of you have something, some talking to do. I'll be just on my way. Shoot me a text when you're finished up, Dolly. I'm anxious to finish what we started. Tate winks at you and tips his hat, then leans in to whisper the words. Worked like a charm. Thanks, Tate. I owe you one. As Tate departs, Kit closes the distance between you, his body language telling the rest of the bar to stay back. Could have used some of that 10 minutes ago when your fans were pushing me off my stool. I'm sorry, Dolly. I guess I got too caught up in the excitement of my win. Don't worry about it. Tate kept me company. I noticed. And I noticed how you only started paying attention to me after Tate showed up. Jealous much? It wasn't like that. Kit, come on. He sighs heavily and then nods. I don't think I've ever struggled so hard watching Tate with someone. Hell, I don't think I've struggled at all. Usually we just have an agreement. May the best man win, but the idea he could win you, I couldn't handle that. You sure about that? You seemed pretty damned happy for those gals coming to you just now. I know. I just never had someone I cared about enough to turn them down, but now he moves closer, you rest your palm against his chest, and you can feel his heartbeat pounding through his shirt. Forgive me, I'm only here because I wanted to spend time with you. Fine, but only because you won a damn rodeo for us today. I'll take it however I can get it. Speaking of, how did it feel to compete again today? Honestly, it was incredible, Dolly. Hearing the crowd, adrenaline running through me, it ain't nothing like it. I gotta say, you sure seemed like you were having fun, made the whole thing look easy. Watching you ride was, bittersweet. Seeing you out there in your element made me realize maybe that's where you belong. Dolly, I'll support whatever you choose. It's your life. That's nice of you to say, but I think I gave you the wrong impression just now. Winning for someone other than myself felt different. Right. I hope you know I want to help on the ranch, and I want... He pauses, licking his lips as he takes you in. You lean closer, feeling the energy between you shift. What do you want, Kit? I want you, Dolly. Being here away from all of our history makes it easier to admit that to myself. Say it again. You hold your breath, eyes locked on Kit's, a stare so intense you think it might set you alight. I want you, Dolly, more than anything I've ever wanted in my life. Should be a third choice, but this book just forced you into the situation. Do you know what I want? I want to feel myself wanting you. I want a place where I won't be disturbed. What do you do next? Oh boy. You lean closer, but before your lips connect, a hand grips your shoulder tightly, pulling the two of you apart. What in the... Sorry, y'all. Friend emergency. Kit stands stupefied on the dance floor as Mandy whips you into a dark corner. Mandy, what the hell? I know, I'm sorry. I didn't want to spook you too, but Austin just walked in the door. Oh god, do you think he saw us? Oh no, the brother who might find out you have a thing for one another. Whatever will we do? No, you're safe. He's talking to some breeders right now that I knew. It was only a matter of time. Kit and I were just getting somewhere too. I think I might be able to help with that. I'm calling it Plan BFF. She points to the back of the bar where a set of double doors overlooks an empty patio. The patio belongs to the place next door, but they only open it for events. If you slipped out there, you'd be totally alone. But what about Austin? Won't he come looking for us? Not if I distract him. Go on. You and Kit have an advantage of time away from home. It makes you feel freer. Let me guess, time alone to finish what we started? Yeah, no, it's not worth it. I appreciate the offer, but it's still pretty risky. Plus, I haven't seen Austin all day. I should probably check in with him. Whatever you think's best. The two of you make your way back to the bar where Kit and Austin are already sitting together. There you are. Pip, just congratulating Kit on his big win today. Only if you promise to pay with us. Austin's eyes go wide as Kit hands him the check from his win. Kit, you don't need to... I do, and I don't want to hear another word about it. This isn't about me or you, it's about the ranch, alright? Austin nods, gaze cast downward to disguise his teary eyes. Thank you, Kit. It means the world to me. Don't mention it. So, Austin, what are we doing with the money? Glad you asked. Y'all know our prize mare is pregnant, due to any day now, but there's an outfit looking foul, and they want a meeting. Wow, Austin, that's great. Thank you. And Kit can handle things on your own around the ranch for a few days. I know it's a lot to ask, but I know I can trust the two of you. You'd never let me down. We can handle it, Austin. Kit reaches beneath the bar to squeeze your hand, eyes never leaving Austin's. This trip's changing something between us, but that'll mean when you're back at the ranch alone. Oh no, whatever will we do? Who gives a shit? Without further ado, thanks for watching. Sorry, yeah, this isn't usually me, but we'll get to that here in a second. If you do support the content, which, hey, by the way, just think this chapter went by lightning fast, because typically when I read normally without having to actually shift up gears, take milliseconds for each and every single voice, which adds up in seconds, minutes, etc. Yeah, no, it goes a little bit faster. So let's get into why I am the way I am today and why I'm not doing voices. Long story short is, I just don't feel like it. I just don't. I've been doing this for 6 years, y'all, and I'm just tired. I put out a video today, holding someone accountable, and the world doesn't give a shit. No one gives a shit. None of you give a shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. No one cares. I've been advocating for twice as long as that kid's even been alive, and, you know, like, well, I want to say that long, because yeah, I'd say very longer than he's been alive, okay? Because if that was the case, I'd be a baby in diapers. But, moving on. I'm just tired of it, Like, I could say so much, right? But I've been trying to make a difference in a lot of people's lives, right? Whether they be from the rainbow, whether they be someone who needs assistance, whether they be people who don't have voices, whether they be children, whether they be, having an issue with their health, etc. Basically, I have continued to try, and this is what I've seen, and I'll keep it as short as possible. I've seen people get their way, at least a small portion of it, usually under the rainbow, right? If you get my meaning. And then you ask them for assistance, and they don't give it. You ask them to help you spread your messages, and they don't give it. Because they only care about their self-interests, and they only care about, that thing that sells so much in the world right now. 3 letters, starts with an S, ends in an X. They only care about that. They don't care about how, like, other people right now desperately need help. They don't care about my situation. They don't care about any of it. Negativity sells, that sells. Like I said, the 3-letter word sells. And I'm just tired of it, guys. I'm tired of it. I've been a content creator for 11 years. Been doing choices for almost 6 now. And I'm just tired. I really am. I'm tired. And I'm thinking about quitting. I'm going to be honest. So, when I've hung my voices up, the fun's just kind of gone, So, yeah, think about that. I just really am. I'm tired, and I think it's time I bow out. I didn't leave this world a better place than I came into it. The world was actually a better place at the time when I came into it. And I thought I could help with everyone, and all I've done is fail, fail, and fail. I've even failed this community. I've failed this channel. I've failed to help other people. I've failed to hold people accountable. I have done nothing but be a failure. And so I think it's just time very soon to announce me going into obscurity and just giving up on multiple fronts, and that's all I'll say. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you listened. Peace out.